Sabbath, I don't say what they do up. I know. Sabbath, I don't know why you do. I'm going to way. Sabbath, you are it. Yeah, but you just go. Sabbath, is Adamo. From there, I keep away. Yeah, when you're seeing your phone, I'm away about the way you do. Not for you, why you been. I'm going why you been. That's a one day, Babano. About in a move where you been. Colorado by your team. Shower more. Sabbath, so what's your way, my come away about it. Cause any maga, the more job I need. Come away. No, my channel run on the way. Of your not Yannick. Yannick, the way you did, Mama, the way you did over. Can you say one day, baby? I'm come on, very about and you will. Video, Saba, so we have no, so we be on the Gambia for Marisa. Jamon, so I have a punch. Upon my boy, Presi Olivier, no blood on the way, you say, Papa, is so. And I think, Olivia, no blood on the way. Shower my Mamma, money, buy your what did you do? What's the way on your nose? Someone so what they? Oh, Mama, don't go in now. Marisi, that's why he said, one on the way. You know, okay. To be up there. Mama, they were get can you please get what he said? Jaundi, don't fit all rances. Where? Chilabo. And down, that down. Ajiwa Sabadio, Monosia Wemao, Ike Beno Yake Babadia, the Monosa Mosa. Mamma, you need more about it, the Majumi job by the law. Hanatua, you need one on the way. Control Sabadio. Petichigo, Marisha myself, I'm a million more man. Come on, let's say where my was somewhere. Hanati, then your babu was about it. Hanati, so what's that where my woe? Mama, I give well. I'm a mother, not them on a little chicken. Benjamin Pablo, Pido Paudi, Cao Pensano, Blonyo, Pesca Bagno, Danico Bagno, Maurice Mondeno, Petit Saosa, Romari, Espaudio, Asenamao, Sabadio, Kayoke, myself, Sabadio, Magno,
all right.
You lost Sabadio, Mama Lasha.
Good evening. So I want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Alfonso and Salt of the Library Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. This beautiful, cool, nice sunny evening right here from the East Coast of the East Coast. That's this Ocean State of Rhode Island Broadcasting. We say happy Sunday, wherever you are, morning, afternoon, evening. McCarthy Johnson, good to have you here. Olimenta Kemon, good to have you here. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Erin Jala, Bassi, Emin Brown, and all of you, our good follower of the Library Public Radio. Just hit a share button and we will get right down to the wire. This evening, there will be a different sort of conversation here. We'll try to unveil ourselves, our network, who we are, and where we intend to take this network, as we have said on this network consistently, what we plan to do. I am your lead host, Angot, and to all of the analysts, the link is already out there. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. And very shortly, we will get the ball rolling. But in the meantime, let's take this quick commercial break, and I will be right back.
Do you want to share your events with the world? Why not contact us? We are LIBERIA Public Radio, LPR. We are the specialists in advertisements, commercials, radio and TV services. We have the professionals that can help you sell your products and provide live coverage of all events, such as weddings, conventions, graduations, reunions, anniversaries, sports, birthdays, baby showers, religious activities, funerals, and many more. Take your phone right now and call any of the following numbers: 682-433-8802, 267-648-6089, 484-786-3337, or 916-533-2048. Our customer service representatives are waiting to take your calls and give you the needed assistance. It is LPR, the home of excellent media services and your friends in business. Hello listeners, this is Mazola, the lover boy. I'd like to invite you to this exciting program. It is called Dancing for Jesus. It is intended to play beautiful inspirational music to help you turn your life to God. Join me on every Sunday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is our way of showing appreciation to God for the good things He has done for us and continue to do. Don't miss this opportunity. Join Mazola Gizi on every Sunday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the program Dancing for Jesus. Please be there because I will be here to rock it up for you.
Okay, there you have it. We say good evening, to welcome. I'm Alfonso. There you go. That's the sound that introduces the program right here on this network. What a beautiful evening here in the East Coast. Wherever you are, we say good evening to welcome. I'm Alfonso Zian Sort of the LIBERIA Public Radio and Lpr-Tv to all our viewers and listeners across the globe. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. Good to have you here this evening, as usual. Always good to have you at our company, and too much is ongoing simultaneously inside Liberia and right here. But all of that have to make us to do what we are doing, and so it's good to have you here this evening. Thank you so much for being with us. And hopefully the analysts are going to join here, and we will have a conversation here for the good of our country. But also, additionally, what is important here, usually we're on here at 8 p.m. I just got caught up in some things and making sure that we do what we're supposed to do for the upkeep of this network. So that's one of the reasons we're like little 30 minutes of plus late behind time. But it's okay. It's better late than never. Just trying to get some finishing touches going right here. We say thank you so much. As you know, the race in Liberia, all eyes on the battle to Woodbridge County to Nima County. That's one of the eye-catching race inside Liberia in the special by-elections. That's politicians, stakeholders, different actors. They are not scrambling. They are all down to gathering, meetings, having discussions, making their case as to why. So the person there will be, let me see here. I need to remove this here. The stroller that's not here. Just bear with me here quickly. Let me create a different one here. There was the original ones. Okay. Just bear with me, folks. Let's bear with me. Give me a few seconds. Let me just take a break and I will be right back here. Let me do some quick finishing touches right here this evening. Thank you so much. Hey, Mr. Davis, good to have you here. I have a special package for you and many of you here to Washington here. Let's take a break and I'll be right back.
Do you want to share your events with the world? Why not contact us? We are LIBERIA Public Radio, FPR. We are the specialists in advertisements, commercials, radio and TV services. We have the professionals that can help you sell your products and provide live coverage of all events, such as weddings, conventions, graduations, reunions, anniversaries, sports, birthdays, baby showers, religious activities, funerals, and many more. Take your phone right now and call any of the following numbers: 433
8802
267
267
6089
6089
484
484
786
786
337
337
or
or
916
916
533
533
2048.
2048.
Our customer
Our
service
customer service
representatives are waiting to
representatives
take your
are waiting to
calls
take your calls
and give you the
and
needed
give you the
assistance.
needed assistance.
It is
It is
LPR.
LPR.
Okay, good evening, good evening. We say thank you so much. We're trying to get one or two things fixed there just to make sure that everything is okay. We want to welcome you to Capitol Building. It is the center of political gravity. But I'm here this evening to speak to you as we have been doing, but in a different context, in a different form. And if that's something that you didn't see coming, anticipate, but we have been talking about it here, and all it has to do with the future of this network. And sometimes you got to take the bull by the horn. And we have been very, very much consistent here in terms of many of you have reached out personally to inbox and events on the live view, call-ins, why not raise phone, why not do this. But we maintain the fact that, yes, we do not want to take into granted the kind gesture of Liberians and the idea of every evening someone come on the podcast or to network and ask people to give them $1, $2. Well, they have their way to do it. But we here at LPR, we took it very seriously. I maintain and I was consistent. Yes, we will ask for money. We will ask for help in different forms, in different shapes. But it's good to create that sort of awareness. It's good to have that effective communication with your viewers, with your listeners, your followers, and explain to them why, even if it requires to go extra mile by writing them, by calling them, and by being illustrative why you want to get money from people. There must be a reason. So we here, we took that very seriously. LPR, we transition from different network, from different group as we, like a child. You're born, you gotta learn how to crawl. You'll be falling down, be grabbing things. Later on, you will crawl, you will walk, and eventually you will become strong. And you get to be an adult, and you move out. You on your own. You married, and you're doing things for yourself. And so we started at a very slow pace, but a very, very committed young folks that have been working with us inside Liberia. We are one of the first internet radio stations. Even at that time, there was no Facebook Live. It was just a free conference where we call people, interview people, and it was just until the innovations of technologies and the creations of the executive of Facebook came with this live. We're using OBS, Wirecast. These are highly profile broadcast network that is CNN and other. We still have that here. But the only difference is that because it's a high capacity system, so it was a challenge bringing in guests because you need to have a specific type of device to meet certain standard in order to host. Until this software came, which is a very, very good one. They have their base, but you just use their system as a conduit to transmit or to pass on their information. So it doesn't require a specific type of computer or iPhone or Android, iPad, whatever it is. That is quite cool. But for most of the folks that have followed us here, we started from Radio Baza. We went to Voice of Jide. And as we expand, we feel Liberia more or less was the greater part of our national conversation. So it was a conversation. The conversation was tough. It was painful. There was agreement and disagreement, but we remained firm. And we told us here to folks, look, we need to take a holistic approach for the good of the country. And if The name Voice of Judah, yes, is counted from in Liberia, but how will someone from Grand Bassa, Kevman, Lofa will come and they will feel their message is being misdirected? So the nomenclature is that it does have an impact. And so the conversation begins, and we had our conversations, and later on, other members saw a reason that yes, we were growing and we needed to get out of the box to be more or less inclusive, to have everyone or everybody's voices to be heard. I gave this story before, and the name Voice of Judah came. That was 2011 we started this. So this is not a summertime, certain time people you see they appear. After certain time they disappear. They become a seasonal broadcast. When the election comes, they talk about it. After elections, they go on to bed. They raise money. They do this. Well, it is at your own volitions to give your money who you want to give. But we decided to do it differently. And we remain very firm, even to the extent that other people at their own will, they were just sent that we accept. But I maintain the fact that we will not just arbitrarily just decide because people are good, because Liberians are good. And every evening you come, you throw cash up, you throw Zelle up, give me. Without you telling them tangible, convincing reason. That's what I feel. That's what I know. And I'm not going to speak for others. Our network, whatever they do, that is okay. But I can tell you, we're more the star of the National Public Radio, NPR, for which I was privileged to meet with some of the executives right in my own Ocean State. Took a tour, went in their newsroom, had an interview. They asked why we wanted to do it, and we told them. And I provided a story. And part of what they see for which I found myself into it is the innuendos, the falsehood, the way media is being taken today, where literally there is no public network. Well, when we take a chance, nothing is guaranteed. Nobody knows what the future will hold. But I strongly feel as here, we must be able to, we must take some baby steps to empower ourselves to do so that Clarence Davis, so that Sam Toba, Zoe, Brown, if they want to give, there must be a justifiable reason. From 2011. Don't get me wrong, we have done to fundraiser for other people, but we are very, very much careful as well as to how we go about. Not just anybody who wants to do a fund. We must know your institution. You must be credible before we can do that. For example, the students in Morocco at the time when it was stranded, LPR here took the lead, did a fundraiser pretty close to 3,000. Other people were whining, oh, why they can't go back. Now we have people like Johnson with a young scholar, smart, bright guy. What could have been the future of those people if we had not made a genuine and concrete interventions? And this is how we see it, and we did what we did. And I can tell you, my team, the team in Liberia, I've never seen a committed team like that. They're not on salary, besides just chipping in here and there and stuff like that. They're not on salary, but some of those people since 2011, 2013, all the way, and even up to now, those that came on board, they are committed to this work, to this profession. And so that gave me the courage as here, to the extent, the same way you push it to 8 hours, 16 hours, we do it as well. But because of you, I took off your time to listen about the stories about your country, some of the things that are happening. And we try to make this new fair, balanced, and proportional. And because of the zest of those people in Liberia, I took that seriously. Yes, the Lpr, he's a good guy. That's one thing I want to give is I'm not like him, Clarence and backing, whatever, but he's been very, very, very much supportive. I can tell you most of these folks on the different podcasts, you see, they went through LPR. We all went together. They came on an LPR. But people wanted to have some sort of instant result, quick action, quick things, fast money. Yes, money. Who don't want money? Who really don't want money? But there is a way to get that money. So we're very, very much consistent, and I really want to be grateful to the Labour. Even though his talking point on the political side is something, is kind of annoying, but he's very, very, very much supportive. Let me bring him in. I'm not a Clarence. I would say, when the flower due him, I would say it. And maybe he has seen it or not, but it's good to have, you see, the way I'm talking good about you now, you come on, there's interruption, I'm hearing background noise. You see, that's the problem with you. Can you fix your device, please? This is a serious
nothing here with me.
So where you come with chibi chibi, is that a gosu balling or what?
You see that?
Yeah, I'm having a terrible background. Let me hear you. I think something not right.
Nothing on my end here.
Okay, so usually you're on your Tabata, but tonight I'm on a very genuine Tabata, the real Tabata. Mr. Rube, good evening. Good to have you here. So, just trying to give them the history of this network. So, we have been working hard. Politicians, stakeholders, everybody really reaching out. Everybody wants to make use of a media institution, especially renowned ones. We always say here, we are not in competition with anyone, but we do believe quality is better than quantity. And that's the quality aspect we here envisage for the Liberia Public Radio. And I'm grateful to have this board chair who is a pain in the neck when it comes to having a national conversation. It's a problem, but when it comes to support, you see, that's the only thing. That was sometimes when I want to go deep, then something say, hold by, this is the guy. When you turn to him, he doesn't waste time, his cash up. Sometimes we look at our own stuff here, you feel bad, but that's what it is, and we have maintained that. And so, Mr. Chairman, we have taken a baby steps, enough, convincing, and we want to illustrate that tonight, vis-a-vis the Clarence Davis, the likes of Clarence Davis, Jerome's Rapper, Axiru, and many of you people saying, I'll start having the conversations already, because if you need something from people, you've got to give them the reason why you need it, why it must be. And we strongly believe the conversations of Liberia must be kept proportional and given all sides. Now we see some people having difficult times in explaining because of their role. Yes, but when we empower ourselves, and even we decide to take a political stand, no politician going to tell me, say, this is why you should say it, this is why you should talk. That's the danger. We are pleased to announce that Liberia, we had it before, but things happen. And just literally like 2 weeks after paying for a facility, almost $1,800. The crooked thing in Liberia, if you mind is sometimes, they get a saying that say you mind the organ of the babu you key. And not only men, boys, girl, women, everybody. And they've been turning us. What time do I have, the Labour have to go to Liberia to investigate? Up to that is in question mark. But we never give up. We never held back because we know where we want to go. So we decided to pull resources out of our own 8 hours, 16 hours, because we want to be strong so that even tomorrow when people come in, they can tell me they will meet roof over my head. And that's exactly. I give here every Monday, some Monday, not every Monday, every other Monday. It's the national NPR, if you know NPR, they always have a public, fundraiser. So we want to reach out to opposition. We want to reach out to government officials. We want to reach out to you individuals. Even those of you that will always tell you to get Chinese food, we will reach out to you because we want to keep this network right. Let's watch this and see it, and then we'll have a conversation.
This is Liberia Public Radio, the U.S. office. The office here is located at FDA Junction, close to the FDA Development Authority office. And of course, we are in the building. Here will be used for the newsroom. Here is where men will be putting pen to paper here this will be used for the newsroom. And of course, we're taking your rounds. These are shared where we're going to have all of our new files and TV programs, files, and all of that. And so we move now to this place here. Of course, here this is where we will be using as conference room. Here is where we'll be guests. Here will be used as waiting room where our guests will be waiting when they come to appear on their program. They will be here to wait on their time. And of course, we'll take you around, we'll take you in the building to show to you exactly what is it. Here will be used for our modern studio. We will be using this place as a modern studio. So if you, wherever you are, you want to help us, you can help us, Liberia Public Radio, whatever you have, computer, air conditioner, whatever device or devices you want to help us with, you are welcome. We look forward in working with you. We appreciate you for whatever help you're going to give us to bring this dream to reality. And of course, remember this will be the studio of Liberia Public Radio. So we move in the next place, and of course, we will directly show you what is ongoing here. So this place will be used for manager's office. This place will be used for manager office, and manager will be here, manager office, to discuss issues about Liberia Public Radio. And so Liberia Public Radio here, we have a lot of programs in Liberia. We have Inside Liberia today, we have Sport World, we have a lot of programs that we will also bring to you on Liberia Public Radio. Be a follower, be somebody who is interested in one of our report, our information will give out. You are also welcome. You can also help us wherever you are, whatever you want to help us with. We appreciate you a lot, and of course we hope working with you for progress. Thank you so much, and we'll see if we can get out so you can see exactly what we're talking about Liberia Public Radio. And so we're on the air every time breaking to you happenings in Liberia. So this is the little post. This is where we will come and sit and discuss issues. When intellectuals are together, then of course they discuss matter. And so we're taking the camera around the building so you can see exactly what it is. So this is a step. This is our New York office. Here you will be printing here Liberia Public Radio. So those of you watching will know exactly what it is here. So you are welcome here. We are located at FDA Junction. And of course, you take the Dusty Road going to the FDA authority, and of course you will get us. And we are just 1 minute to the main road, and so you will get us up full so we can do business together. So we'd like to say many thanks to you. We look forward in working with you as we open our new office. And of course, we also solicit your sponsorship. We solicit your sponsorship in kinds, in cash, whatever you're able to help us with to make this building look the way it's supposed to be as an office. And of course, we'd like to say thank you. God's willing, we'll be back again. We look forward in working with you. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Alfonso Zane, of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. We want to thank you so much to our many viewers, listeners, and followers across the globe. We have said on this network consistently that we would love to ask you to help, but it must be a genuine and reasonable reason for which you should invest or give your dollar or cent. Well, we feel we have arrived at this point. We are pleased to announce to you this is our new facility, and we have done everything possible we can to get this roll out. In this venture to make news fair, balanced, and proportional, join us. Your help is needed now for us to have a civil discourse and national conversation for the good of our country. Thank you so much for being a committed follower. Okay, so the Liberal program, I would be nice the few days, the whole week here, because the administration rely on the board to do things. It's kind of emotional because we have come a long way. You know what has happened. People want a quick fix. In fact, the last consignment you see here, if I could just put it back and just put it.
Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Liberia Public Radio in the U.S. office.
Let me see here. I want to pause it. Hopefully here. Those last boxes consignment, they were just picked up.
The FDA.
Remove it. Those last consignment had a quarter size of U-Haul, that giant size box. You won't believe we have to unscrew the door to get the bags out of the door. It was just pick up this evening. Computers, modern tripods, and everything. And interestingly, you know, when you're doing things, I told you my job, my next manager who is a Spanish lady. Part of my job, they are a strong follower. The only problem I have with them, to one of the ladies, in fact, they donated this laptop. The only problem I have, they say they are fan of the Liberal, and they watch us live always. I always share them on our page, except that the few that I can treat the Liberal. So you say these are fresh new laptops, HP in good shape. There's the other one here. They're not Liberians, but they gave these as a donation because we told them what we're going to do, and they are follow up. They are saying that. So moving forward this whole week to the end of the month, it's going to be the conversations. We're going to be reaching out to you personally as friends, as followers, whether you agree or disagree with us. Our goal here, there are three phases. Our goal here is we do have few correspondents in the country, in other cities. Moserado, Mount Gibbs, Maryland, Lofa, Bond County, what's the other place? Grangide. So we still have a lot to go. Our goal now is to cover these 15 political subdivisions, to have correspondents into those places. They are sending a budget. I share it with to all of the analysts. 15,000. Okay, I know it's when people hear you want to crack your head, but this is what we do, and we'll share those information with you as well, because you need, when you're giving, you want to have a reason how you're giving. These people, some of them using their own devices, even though we are bossons, we've been buying and as well, but we'll try to start fresh. Because if the institution cannot sustain, cannot feed itself, that is the problem. And so we want to empower these 15 correspondents that we're going to be having inside Liberia, in every county, and sometimes depends on the size of the county, maybe we want to have 2. You look at Nimba, you look at Lofa, you even look at Bond County and other those other places. We might want to have 2 correspondents, but we'll narrow it down right now to say 1 each. Those people, they are there already. So what we're going to be doing, their budget is, everything is embedded to different things. So your donation can be a laptop, your donation can be a phone, unlike phone. That is acceptable. And even if you choose to buy it, all right, like there's a friend here who contacted me and they said, oh, I learned, you call me, but I do phone business. Can we give it? I'm like, yes, you don't have to pay. We can just connect you with our local team here in Liberia, and they can take delivery. So it's not necessarily cash. We know how it is difficult. People work for their money. So we can take it in kind, in extra as well, and that is countable, because we want to get involved. We want to have more conversation. We want news to come from every county, and the only way we can do that is to have this conversation where we'll be able to have our full representations of news inside Liberia. And so we are glad that we have we have these buildings, we have this roof over our head. We never wanted to wait for politicians to put it over us, because then they will have control over us. And that's not what we want. We want to have a voice. Even they are supporting, some of them were let them to gay. They were gay. So this is a very beautiful building. Everything local. They have done the painting outside. The painting to remaining inside is still a challenge. We are working towards that. But I can tell you, this is the new facility of the Liberia Public Radio. We will keep playing this video and stuff like that. There are two, that's the second phase. The third phase will be moving to getting a FM transmitter. That will happen. Go up, count down. That will happen. We are play to win. Once I get Libra behind me, from now to the end of the year, no confusion. Please just don't provoke me. Don't do something. I don't care what Fatu and Clarence David and say. I need to find one bottle to keep it by myself. So if there's anything there, just take that zip. So I will just hold myself. But on a serious note, that's it. Will share with you, but I can tell you these guys are very, very, very committed. Some big network. They have called these people, and guess what? They said no. Mr. So, you and your team, you have been very nice to us. We're not on salary, but when the going gets tough and the tough gets going, you always use it. I'm telling you, since I came from White this morning, I almost tend to apprentice the consignment that U-Haul bags that you see there is loaded with computer, tripods, monitors. I mean, everything, because we have to really keep them going. So we count on you. We are playing our part. If you're not doing we get calope, then I ill. But I think the media is open. Let me pause a little bit and bring in labor. But then again, labor, like I said, it's good to have men like you, to have you as our badge to get this thing going. Sometimes we look at, I was saying, we look at our own money you spend. Sometimes you look at, I won't cry, because I mean, just buying. Because when people look up to you, you can't let them down. Those guys up there, it's not just for fun. We have serious things in the country, and we need to have that conversation. And the power of media is very much important. Hey, James, good evening. Welcome. Liberal, let me just bring you in.
Well, thank you, Mr. So. I hope that I'm audible.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. But right now, but I don't know why Ule both here and I'm both here. I just play one on TV, Mr. So, and I'm both here. Hey, Clarence David, you say congratulations to Bo. You say congratulations to CEO. Clarence David, what, who are you?
You see, all the good thing and not talk. That's the problem. I say I don't want to talk, but you were made me to talk. But I will not talk.
No, on a very serious note, Mr. So, thank you very much. I know when we started this thing here some 15, 16, 17, 18 years or so ago, I knew then that we were going to go somewhere. And, we stuck with it. We never abandoned anything. We all were together on this thing here. I remember when we had a program over there in Phoenix to cover the Grand Jury Association convention. And we were supposed to have some sort of a device that was supposed to be connected to our materials to be able to carry us live, but we bought the wrong one. And all three of us jump in the car, you, Nathaniel, and myself, jump in the car, going from one radio station, radio material selling store to another. And eventually we were able to find it. And those are some good memories. I think we have come a long way, and we always try to do the best. We served the people of Grand Jude community here in the diaspora for a very long time. Every Or in fact, when we were really, really serving them, and they were having some serious problem going to court, and it was through Boston Radio and Voice of Jida, now Liberia Public Radio, that many of these people were able to come and have their issue resolved on the radio, on the network, coming in, and then we were ready to give them a platform as well, coming in to talk and what have you. So we've been around. But Mr. So, I hope that we will soon be going places. The fact that we had this, we've had a building before as well. It didn't pan out correctly. I hope this will do. We'll put together, we'll work together as usual. Right now, if you were to, I was just looking at some of my bill here the other day. You won't believe how much money people spend on this network. For you, I mean, unbelievable things you send home and what have you. The young man that was just showing us a place here, he had on a jacket, and before a day, I mean a week before, he had on a T-shirt. And I asked you why this man on and no jacket, and he said, "Oh, I forgot. I was saying the jacket." The next day he came, he was wearing the jacket. So those are the kinds of things that you do that we really like. And one last thing I want to say here: many of these people that have their platform, except for Spoon TV, but many of these other people, they've gone through like public radio. They were, one way or the other, they will come through Boston Radio, Voice of Jida, like public radio, and what have you. So all of them, many of them have gone through here. But one of the interesting thing here is that whenever we have a conversation on this radio show, we have interviewed the like of Flanty Kofa, the like for you, you have interviewed the former vice president, Madam Julia Howard Taylor. You have interviewed many of the Liberian politicians, which I mean, the people can go and look at the YouTube clip and then they'll be able to see it. The only regret that I have is that about maybe 8 or 9, 10 years ago, Liberia Public Radio was the first internet radio. And then by that time, we were given permission by Facebook. And we created, there's a young man in Kentucky now. He's a IT guy. And he was able to put together a platform where we could go live. And we were the only people. The only regret that I have, and this is the regret for many of us, is that we never push it. After one show, we just abandoned that. Look at these people who platform we're using now, millions of dollars. If we have to invest in that young man for him to, because he could he wrote the program that will allow us to be connected with our camera to be able to go live like this. It was short, but we went live, and it was on the radio program, where we could go live and be able to have conversation. We were not able to invite guests and things like that. But I'm sure if we were to stick with Isaac, and Isaac would have, if he had allowed us to say, okay, let's do this more, I think we would have gone somewhere better. But then again, what is to be to be. Overall, Mr. So, Nathaniel Crypoor, and Mazola, I want to thank you guys, Alain Jeru. I want to thank all of you guys for over the years staying this thing, of course, and you love this thing here. You really, really, really love it, because when we started, we had people. You in Rhode Island, Nathaniel in Philadelphia. I'm over here. Nathaniel was producing for us, and the kinds of headache that we all used to go through. So, but you never give up. In fact, at that time, you were one of those. Okay, what do I need to do? And then you say, you know what? I'm going to put my head into it and study this. And now you are one of the masters on producing and what have you now. But we will do it. As long as you continue to work hard, we will support you whatever way we go. Except I am the board chair. Don't bring the real board chair on the show one day. Let me keep my fly by night board chair. The real board chair is in Liberia. And I understand he's connecting with each other in there, helping them to straighten things out. Yeah, man, I'll show him one day. So yeah, the real board chair. I am the board chair, but the real board chair is our big brother. He's in Liberia. Jalaru Masakwa. He's the real board chair, but I just carry the title. But I really, but I only like to use it when my liberal itself come to play, because I want to shut your conservative self up. Then I use the board chair. But other than that, Mr. So, thank you very much. We will do what we can to make sure when the fundraiser time comes around, even though we have spent some money, but we will also be part of the fundraising program.
The time is here already. It's here already. Nowadays, the guys, they are in this. Now, you see this U-Haul bags. This was just CO today. It was just picked up. That's the bigger ones, loaded with electronics, different things. You see here, this is an R7 processor. These are, I mean, everything here. Now with this kind of building here started.
So you got that roller as well? The trapper roller, that's part of it?
No, of course. And that's that batch you see, look, when we in there, we in there. So that is why when you try to fire me, it can't hold. So you can just fire me on when you finish your car big man. Look, we have to train those people. And it's good we have people like James Akwe here. Projector, screen projector, all in that. People got to be trained, know what kind of question to ask. Remove themselves from the scene. It's not about you who as the interviewer. You are there to educate, to inform people. So that conference room, we're going to use it for different, you know, the beauty of the modern technology. There will be a virtual training. You're not just going to go out there and ask upside down questions. You don't know what to ask because politicians kind of like get themselves shut up high, you feel intimidated, and they just ask some question. We are in it for the long years. We are in it for the good of the country. And this is why we're doing what we can do. All right. Not the politicians, they are not been making effort. But I said, before you can give, let me put a roof over myself. So that way when you come and you want to tell me to go left.
Let me ask you this question. Why Boston District come back to say they want their team from what you say?
Please. Let me bring in Akwe. Akwe, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah,
so again, Mr. Root, Fatu, Mr. Sam, I'm not sure whether this is your first time about brand. Of course, you always hear. But just in case, Clarence, Yvonne, that's it there. We'll reach out to most of you guys personally, but this is the best way to do it. The fundraiser, we're gonna put the number out. Is both cash out out of the Liberia Public Radio. And again, like I said, we do not just want it. This does not only money. Maybe you have an unlocked phone that you know is usable. People can use it. We can take that. Whether you buy, whether you want the team to pick it up in Liberia, it doesn't matter. So we take anything that is usable that you self know that someone can give you, and it can go a long way. So it's not necessarily give other money because all of these things embedded into the budget. Let me bring in Akwe. Akwe, good evening.
Yeah, this is the information age, and these things come and as a result of vision, and it comes as a result of dreams and being and having an insight, forbearance, to move ahead. When I listen to the board chair, of course, something. And told, he said, this dream, it came years back, 10, 12, 15 years, I just want to thank the family, of the Liberia Public Radio for the forbearance, for the strength, for the fortitude. You never give up, and you want to provide information for the Liberian people. Information definitely is power, and I see definitely, that you're doing that. You're providing credible information. That's why normally at this time people will be glued, to come out to listen to something be told, to listen to, and Alfonso So and others who will come out at this time and to give credible, reliable, and objective information and news, to the Liberian people. So yes, when you throw it out to say, it's important that people come out to help, but you have to start the ball rolling. And I see a structure there, and I also see some equipment, and I can only say kudos, great job, and definitely we are here. We'll be able to provide some of the expertise when it comes to those who will be in the newsroom there, and yes, writing scripts and doing busy recordings. We can always be able to do whatever we can. What do we want? We want this initiative, this dream, this vision, and that you had before, to live on. That people will say, yes, these guys, are really providing, the information. They are really doing things, and moving the system forward. I see something, smart in there.
Yeah, I want to bring in one story here as we go through this memory lane.
Yeah.
I remember when we had a radio station. You know how you have a program, and the program after one program, another one comes up. So when we started, yeah, I'm not going to call names now. In fact, I will do so because these are all my little brothers anyway. Richard Banto it was coming next after Gibson Jeru and myself had a show, and then after that, Richard Banto and another I think Bean was supposed to come up with their next program. So Gibson and I, we were running about 2 minutes into Richard Banto. He just came out and say, "Oh, really, get out of here, man! What time now too?" That's live radio. That live radio.
Yeah.
You know.
And sometimes, Pochier, I also see that pressure too sometimes on so time is running out. We have to run.
Yeah.
And
so
it all has to do with collaborating
and one of the major thing, and this is why I hate to do them, man. The men right are coming to sort something good about here. But no, on a very serious note, one of the nice thing, and even though he's my little brother, one of the things that I have respect for him for is that he's not greedy. When we started this, we have members. We have over 15 group web with us. In fact, the first president of the radio station, he's no longer with us. But the idea was they wanted to use it to make money. And they wanted for people to buy commercial and make money. But Mr. So was saying, no, this is a public entity that we want to use to provide information to the people. We know we all need money, but this is not about it. And as you can see today, those who wanted to make money, they said no, they don't want it like that. Some of them are accounting. They wanted to use the opportunity to sell their accounting product and whatever. But then the commercial are going to bring money in and what have you. And we said, Mr. So said no. And I said, okay, I agree with you. Whatever it is, we will support this radio station by ourselves. And we've been doing that ever since. It's a very serious entity that we try to. We have another software like the one we're on now. We have another software that we pay yearly. That software, we don't use it much anymore. Before that, we used to use OBS. If anyone of you in a broadcasting business, you know what OBS is. And then from there, we went to another software. We're not using it much, but I will get to it very shortly. I'll be using it. And then Mr. So got hold of this software, and it's very expensive to maintain as well. So we've been doing these things just to provide information to the Liberian people. The election, people who want to run for offices. Like I said, Ben Sevi used to be the Liberia Public Radio used to be Ben Sevi playground. It used to be Flanty Kofa playground whenever he comes over here to the United States. We were hosting other politicians. We will host them. And Mr. So, like I said, he hosted the former Vice President Madam Taylor on this platform here, and many other people. So We've been doing
And I
all
think,
right.
and just for most, and one of the things for which we were connected with NPR during the Ebola crisis, I was privileged to interview the UN country representative, that of the then the Liberian community leadership here, who is now state representative Nathan Bia. That was the turning point, because then we were able to, remember the Liberian guy that came with that Ebola thing for Texas, what his name again said? You remember the gentleman that came to Liberia?
From Liberia?
From Liberia. Remember the Ebola? This guy.
Yeah, under Mokba.
No.
Exactly.
He died, right?
Yeah.
Who they flew in the plane?
Yeah, with this, and he died?
No.
He didn't die?
Death of the Ebola.
Yeah. And that was a turning point, United Nations, and even to my own former state representative, because at the time I remembered he and Adam Kissinger of Illinois, former representative, he's a Republican. He and Davis Cicilline, our state then Congressman Davis Cicilline, went to Liberia. When they came back, I had an interview with them, and they were shocked when they got to realize the amount police, law enforcement, the money that they were making. Like they was what's going on, and from that they were able to make some intervention to national government. But mostly, let's just bring you in here. We're just doing again. Let's just display this. This is a facility of the Liberia Public Radio now in Liberia, FDA role. This hell of a big bags here today was shipped, computers, different. It's loaded projectors, projector screen, portable screen, everything in there, because these guys, these young folks, they are in it, they are committed, and we have to rally them. So again, we just want to say thank you. We in this, we should not stop here. You can take whatever side you want to take, but it must be a network where people will speak their minds. It doesn't matter. So when the board chair start doing his Chinese phone, then I can be scratching my, hey Lord, what kind of business is this? But anyway, I will not go to that Chinese phone business today. We having a very good night. But good to have you guys here. So I mean, folks, to our viewers, our listeners, and this is what we need to do. All of us here, because I've talked to my yeah, that's the Ebola. Yeah, okay. Yeah, what his name say again? Eric Duncan. Now that's the state manager. That was in 2014. Eric Duncan, Liberian citizen, was diagnosed with Ebola. That was September 30th. Texas Health Presbyterian Health Facility. Yeah. So and 3 or 4 we still remaining standing, and like what that Samson said. Most of the people who don't want money, we all want money. But some people, the reason people hire people because of your skills before what you can do. But other people came because if they do commercial, the money should go to them. So then why are you working for the institution? That doesn't make sense. And that's where I told some of them, no. The reason when you apply, they look at your CV, they look at your credential, they say, yes. They bring you in with the sole purpose to build an institution. They don't hire you and say, whatever you do here, your money, they will pay you for your services. But for you to come there because your voice is something, and so whatever comes, they go to you. No, that doesn't work. But guys, I think at this point, there should be no turning back. We need to get this happening. Too much going on in Liberia. We want to see our network 15th representatives, correspondence, reporter. We have been accredited to the lower house. We're working on it to be accredited in the upper house. We're working on it to be accredited executive national. But you know that, like brother, if you don't take SAR, if you don't say this,
Mr. So, before we get off this here, I just want to name a few other people again. One is Mike Dunn. Mike Dunn had been with LPR from 19 and then a late Sandro, who passed away quite recently, used to be the cameraman and the news reporter in Liberia. He's an editor, and he was very good at video and what have you. So He's helped us a lot in Liberia as well. He no longer with us, and may his soul rest in peace. I just want to bring that up. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam Joe, actually, he was our Africa Bureau chief, and he was willing to do anything to go anywhere. And it was in the same community service, going, went out of town to do a coverage, coming back, got into an accident, and that accident today, that I can say literally took Sam away. So, Sam, but we want to have a special time to pay tribute to those people, as well. Let me just bring in Mose. Mose.
Yes, sir. Well, good evening. And let me first say here, I'm privileged and honored to be on Liberian Public Radio. I am highly privileged and honored. And when I hear about Liberian Public Radio, it reminds me of one of the first, my first experience, and I always used to watch them in the United States, watching TV, and that program was run by PBS. So Liberian Public Radio is a replica of PBS. No intention of raising money, making, getting rich. The PBS program in the United States was objective. It was people's owned, because maritime to raise money for PBS. People volunteered the services for PBS. And I think when you talk about information sharing, Liberian Public Radio is, information sharing is a catalyst to any developing world today. Information sharing. So it's very important. I must commend the leadership of PBS while we strive to do things. Other entities such as what we run on this program, on this show, are money driven. People get paid for going in, and people, it's about how much money I'm going to get. But there is nothing with Liberian Public Radio. And some of us want to stay, and that's why we identify with you guys. So we're going to do the best we can to support every effort, because sooner or later, this is going to be one of the most appreciated things in Liberia for people. The vision of the CEO and the board of expanding in all the 15 counties is just an amazing approach. So, you're going to have people doing things in their native dialect so that they could communicate in education. And I think this time is very crucial to the future of our country. Because as we look at this and we're looking to expand this, the crucial elections are going to come in 2029. Liberian Public Radio will really stand up, because you will be given an opportunity to reach out to these people in this county and really have the dialogue to educate these people of what that country needs and how they can hold their leadership accountable and their electoral processes. So this is something that's very crucial, and it couldn't be coming at no right time than now. Some of us came to this country, and I can tell you, my first 15 years in this country, I volunteered my services. And because of doing that, I went to a lot of places. I met a lot of good people. And so I believe that volunteerism is something that needs to be, really promoted in Liberia. And people need to step up. So I hope that, I don't know if I heard you right, that we can do a marathon, maybe for a week, in the very near future, for support for LPR. And that marathon will talk about us making phone calls and having people come in and give us their ideas, by the same time donating to order this cause, and they can give us their own, mindset of what they see and what kind of picture to see the Liberian Public Radio being, and that their support would not go in vain, because we need some of those people input. Every one of us, we don't know it all, but you know, when people come in and make donations and stuff like that, they can make some suggestions and see how we can do some stuff. So I'm hoping that we can run either a week or 2 weeks marathon, just to make sure this expansion is realized in the very near future. So thank you for the opportunity. I'm honored to always come freely on this stage, on this Liberian Public Radio, to voice my own sentiment, my experiences, and my support for our people.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, most, and thank you so much. Look, we're going to drive a lot of things going to be happening. They're going to take time. It's a time consuming, but we will get there. And because the internet systems is already in place, the only hold up now, we're just waiting to see get inside there painted, and the internet, since almost we left our place maybe like a year or two, we're still keeping that internet service. $125 a month. I mean, it's just part of that, because if we are just dropping the package, we're going to start life all over. So all waiting for now, as soon as we get that place printed, it will be there, and our voice is going to be hovering, broadcasting from morning show, night show. I mean, we will be doing it 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. We want to come, whether even if it's a one day, we want to come up, and we'll come with a package. I mean, we don't have anything to hide. I think we're going to be having like an annual event as part of the fundraiser initiated by this network. It's going to be a red carpet event. We're going to have those conversations. It will be going to different states. We have the followers. And part of that is to give recognition to people, to individuals, to institutions, to organizations. There are a lot of good Liberians here, many making meaningful contribution. But suddenly, people don't recognize it until they die. Then people go there with crocodile tears. Oh, she was there. Oh, he was this. Okay. But whoever to recognize that? I believe I put something in the chat room the other day, a Liberian diaspora women group. I know some of them. They call us the other days. I give recognitions or whatever. So the things we do here, it seems to be little, but people watch, people observe. And so we will start talking to, like you here in Iowa, you in Delaware, some of our followers in different states. We talk to them. Who are some of the Liberians that are giving back? There are some people living from here, going inside Liberia, nurses, different professionals, to volunteer their services. Some people choose to do things quietly. Not even one day, yabba, on they don't something, but there are some people. So we need to reach out to those people and say thank you for what they are doing, what they are giving back to the country. That will be the essence of LPR annual ball. You're going to take a time, but not this year. We're going to take this rest of this year to do the planning. And hopefully at some point in time, we'll come with a date and the venue of the first annual ball. And part of that is to keep the upliftment of this network. So that's to cash out the Zelt number there. Again, like we said, we need phones, we need laptop, we need camera, we need hard drive, we need, power bank, anything that you can get from Amazon. It's not necessarily money, because when we have those 15 reporters, they need to have power in their devices and all of that. That's the essence of it. So we're not just only money. There's a guy that called me here. He sells phone. He said, okay, Mr. So can they pick up something? I said, okay, that's great. So we are not putting it in black and white stone. If you get it and it's somewhere laying down, you're not using it, it can be a laptop. Look at this laptop here. That's the nicest at my job. They are not Liberian, but they are deep followers of the Liberia Public Radio. Even some of our patients, they're on YouTube, they monitor. By the time I go link, this there. So except one of my director is a favor of the labor, because she's in the labor stay here, so she and myself don't really get along when she tries to get the labor. You know what? You're not ready. Okay, guys. So that's the number.
Yeah. So I mean, Mr. So I mean, just as something said earlier, and these things, it helps a lot when it comes to, I mean, enhancing and building democracy, talking about free speech, and that's how, and we can be able, to hold our government feet to the fire, and so that they tend to deliver on the many promises, because usually during campaign period, and you're going to be promised gold, you'll be promised silver, you'll be promised heaven. And, fulfilling it sometimes can be really difficult. I guess it's in that vein that Hillary Clinton, once said, and politics is prose, governance is poetry. The politics can be easy, but to govern, can really be difficult. So these platforms, these initiatives, I mean, are all intended to foster democracy, to build democracy, to make it much more stronger, and so that people begin to do those things, and that will rekindle hopes, aspirations, and dreams to make people happy. Like I usually say, and leadership, our government for that matter, is all about making people happy. Leadership is all about making people much more exciting, joyful. And when you begin to do those things, and don't forget, people have a way of rewarding you. They have a way of rewarding you. They would never forget, the many good things. So for me, sometimes I tell some of my colleagues, the best way to campaign is to always work hard to deliver and deliver and deliver. And it's on that basis that people will always look at and to say, we can be able to do or try this person another time. Because if you see people going to the ballot box, to begin to cast their ballot, they're doing so on the basis of so many things. They have things on mind. Yes, they want their government to be able to initiate and execute and more things. That's why they go there. Thank you.
So, yeah, and I think it's important that we have it. And the reason sometimes we don't get the news that we're supposed to get, because, and we blame the journalists, the people back home. Can you imagine? Because I used to go to some of the press conferences when I go for vacation. And I was like a cab man. After that, would go all the way, even to go into Ghana Bay, I would have to pass all the way. Those boys, some people can walk and they just come, but they can't even go back, no way to go back. And we drop them off. Now, if you have people and they are not even getting their basic, how do you think you're going to get the kind of quality news that you're supposed to get? The man go, you can't even get a father water bear to drink. He just comes to town. And these people, they also have their families. So if you don't take care of them, it's become more dangerous to the country, to the society, because then the news will be compromised.
Why you gotta bring water bear? Why you gotta bring water bear into the conversation? Huh?
No, it's important. It's important.
Well, I know where you go. I know where you're going with the water bear. Let me get to it right away.
Well, no, I mean, what he's trying to strike at is that
James, I know the man. I know where you're going with the water bear.
I'm let him speak.
I know where you're going. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, Fatu, Clarence. Let me just try to support Clarence, Fatu, and you see your liberal. So water is life.
Yeah, and right now, you have a number of viewers out here, even in Waterloo, Iowa, and monitoring you. And I see Fatu Sharif, I see Gloria Voka Mauba, I see Manzo. I mean, these are people who always follow Liberia Public Radio, not only because we are here, but because they found out that this is where they can be able to find credible news, and news about the country, news about development. I mean, trending news. This is where they come, to find out about things that are unfolding.
So, I mean, the consistency on this network here, we're not the summertime people. When they come, they collect days, they go after 4 or 5 months, come back, and this is not what. This is a serious business. People got to be serious, and this is why the country why it is, because they take advantage of people. We're talking about Iowa. Our prayers and thought go out to a good friend in Iowa, just wife just passed away. My own friend and brother Nasle. This is really, really troubling. The lady, her passing was, so I don't know, something is, I don't know, not Gislet's younger brother. Yeah, the wife, I mean, this was in a volatile war. Woman travel, went to China, came back in transit.
Oh, okay, I know. Yeah, I know one. Yes,
just
in Des Moines, right? Yeah,
Yeah, she lives
yeah,
in
she
Des Moines.
was
Her husband
residing
lives
in
in
Des Moines.
This we in a crazy, it's horrible war. Just talked to husband, not talking to him this morning, crying like a young baby because some 23 years or so plus been together, and wife travel, coming back in transit now just to meet your husband. Oh, I'm not feeling okay, or sweetheart. Oh, but talk to the people there to see whether you can get help. There should be nurses, and that was the end of it. She couldn't make the she couldn't make the 9 o'clock flight according to him. Couldn't get the 11 o'clock flight. Only to go there to call in, no response, nothing. Only went to the airport to say, "Oh, I'm expecting my wife." You know, the people part that they can tell people things. I don't know. It's something, and just to tell you, say your wife is there. You need to go to Chicago to claim her remains. Can you imagine? So this is devastating. Our prayers and thought goes out to Niceland and the entire bereaved family. Yes, for the loss of this great this woman. It's what would be there. But anyway, guys. So yeah, boy, McConnell, thank you so much. Look, but all we need now, beside the congratulations, we need something. Let's be honest. Yeah, we need something. We want people. If you're from, okay, Lofa is represented. Thomas Yense. These guys since 2013, 2012. I mean, just they are resilient. I'm not sure what I'm able to bear it, to be honest. And they kept the courage. They said, "Oh, one day we'll get there. We'll do this, we'll do this." So all of them, so we get folks in Bond County. We got to get Sano, we get Maryland, we got to get Riverside, we got to, I mean, some of those people have like a freelancer there, but we got to rewind it. So the challenge is on all of us to make sure that every county is represented.
Let me just add this. Some of the motivating factor for some of those brothers and sisters who continue to align themselves with Liberian Public Radio, I think it's because of the leadership of Liberian Public Radio. You are making enormous sacrifices, and they see that. And when people see those things, they want to belong to something positive. And I think that's why your whole, the whole idea of talking about having an annual event is actually not only recognition, but appreciation. It's more of appreciating these people for their contribution to mankind. And I think everyone in themselves has the discipline of wanting to do good in life, and they want the greater good of all. But they get, somewhat corrupt because of the environment, because of where they find themselves. And some people don't have the strong head to do that. So they fall for it. But I think the leadership of LPR has exhibited such behavior that I think people who come on the show, who watch the show, see what the show is all about and has done, and we're open to contribute. So I think when we do our marathon for a week and not talk about anything that has to do with politics and stuff like that, just come in every day and then make an announcement of what we've gotten, what we've received. We know we got a budget, but, that budget got to keep sustaining us over a long period of time. And we need to do that. So I think that it would be great for us to continue the conversation either through a marathon, and then that event that we're talking about, we can start planning that as soon as possible and reaching out to people in different states and see who want to host it for the first time, and we can do that at. And right here, I can tell you that people in Philadelphia who would still bring it to Philly, in Pennsylvania who would still bring it to Philly, Iowa.
You're questioning the amount of the station manager because that way he is, and I know why he will. Labor will come because he alone.
We
Then he had a wool and he will come.
for
And when he come, we bring your version. That's it.
you know, we can set up something
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
and see, you know, who would do what and what have you. And that's the way the fundraiser do. But we're talking.
Yeah, it's going to be ongoing, and we'll continue to have that conversation. That's the number there. So we just try to unveil this. And so moving forward to the end of this month, it's going to be some sort of conversation here because the guys want to move in. They want to move in. These are just whatever sent pick up today is extra. They have extra there. I don't operate on 1 or 2 computer systems because if that dies, they mail you off. So this is just like a reserve in case of anything. They can we're not going to be like something. Okay, guys. So let's talk a little bit here. What's happening inside Liberia? Man, Nima County is on fire, but quite interesting though. Senator Chie. Any of you guys read what Front Page Africa is reporting?
I'm gonna go on that right now. I'm gonna check it out right now.
She said he's not in trouble. He's on the old man that Senator Chie telling the Supreme Court do not surrender to your authority.
Oh, the man talking Tabata, man.
Huh?
He talking Tabata.
You see the thing. What people need to understand. The other day we were on the air talking about the delay.
Well, okay. Let me just acknowledge here that people already started the process. One of Mr. Conan, Boyman Conan, just zell us. So Conan, thank you so much for your donation. $20 just been received. That is huge. It's count. They're going to go into our history. Thank you so much, Mr. Conan, for your donation. You see, that's what people want. People are willing to give, but you got to be a little bit. They got to get a little information of what they're giving for. Conan, Mr. Conan, thank you so much for your donation to LPR. We really, really appreciate that. You're going to go into our record. Yeah. Why you say he talking Tabata?
What?
Why you say you talking Tabata? That was 2013?
I think, yeah, 2012 or 2013.
The Liberal are much younger.
But look at you. Nope, the beer was not white, nothing like that.
So what I be where
you're not, yeah, I was only 25 years old at the time.
Oh my God.
The stomach still is that 18 I got. But anyway, folks, that's Nathaniel Crypoor, Mr. Francis Zionso, Samson Toe, and Alan Jeru when we went to cover the Grand Jury Association Convention in Dallas, Texas. We did excellent work. We were in the sun. At that time, we had a mic that, in fact, we were one of the few internet radio stations that could carry mic out in the field. And the internet radio, let me just give you a little background that the internet radio station came about by Mr. So and Mr. Nathaniel Crypoor was the first people that initiated the process. But it was after there was two guys in Washington, D.C., Siapo, and another guy. They started a Liberian internet radio business. They were the first people to do that, but it didn't go too far. And then Mr. So and Nathaniel Crypoor decided they were going to pick it up, and they picked it up, and we started going on the radio. We cover conventions and everything else. This is one of those time. Very, very useful picture here. But anyhow, Mr. So, let me take this out. And let me go. Here's the reason here. Here's the reason why I said the man talking Tabata. You're a senator. you are a senator in the House of Representatives, and if you hear that the executive have taken certain action towards the judiciary, you don't invite the regulatory authority. You don't invite the justice minister to say, what are we hearing here? Is the president interfering? And you're going to go and jump and say and tell the judiciary, don't concede your authority. Who are you? Who are you to tell anybody to concede?
Well, it's unfortunate, and I think we're going to go down this rabbit hole.
I think I'm ready. I'm ready. Forget about it. Forget about it.
Because the thing about it, Chair is the chair on judiciary. Chair has been very vocal. Chair has been speaking out.
Even if you are, Mr. So, that does not, no. This does not give the man right to undercut or to try to make the executive look that they don't know what they're doing. You don't have no evidence, number one. First of all, you have no evidence that the president have engaged. You are a senator going to base your information, why international community are going to be reading based on rumors?
This guy.
You're a ridiculous senator.
Libra, let me just bust into this thing a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
If we look at this as Romans, as you indicated, we started talking about this about a week ago. And some of us gave our exhaustion, and we said on this public radio station, if there were any truth to what Front Page have published about the president requesting the judiciary to give him 2 weeks for an intervention, if that was the case, then that's an interference. And there are people who came on this show and said, oh, that's never happened, that never happened, it's not happening. But the evidence that is gearing to support those things or that comment is that the judiciary, like some of us, have said they should not give any ruling, number one, because this is 3 branches of the government. And they're looking to say every week for the past 4 weeks, they've said, oh, we'll give a report on Friday. We'll give a ruling on Friday. We'll give a ruling. So why is the delay? If the president had not reached that, why the ruling has not come out? And so people need to be careful what they say in these situations. You can't have your cake and eat it too. If you're saying the president should not interfere and the president is not interfering, then the judicial branch should not interfere.
Moses, please.
Yeah, Moses.
Listen.
James, hold on.
Let me finish.
No, you can't finish with a ridiculous statement. Moses, you're going to have to hold on.
Well, listen. Hello. Okay, hold on. I am in charge of this program. Now, you see, I try to restrain and contain myself and give you all of the process here. This is where things going to really fall apart here. And you think you're going to exert. This is how you intimidate people. This is how you bully people. You speak, other people want to speak. You don't want to do it.
Because so,
hold on. Okay, hold on.
It's been ridiculous.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
That's your opinion.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's your view.
I agree. Let me disabuse.
No, hold on. It's not your time. I want to bring in Jim. You are the chief of being ridiculous, and you telling somebody they are ridiculous? Come on. Let's act with.
Yeah, so what I know, Moses, Samson, and Adolphus, what I know is that there are a lot of cases also on the court docket, let's face it. And normally, before you are called by the court, there will be citation and served. And I think I listened to an interview and some remarks by the PRO there at the Supreme Court, and he made it very clear, somehow that there has been no citation served whatsoever. I wouldn't. Yeah.
Citation for what?
Citation has to be served to the parties before they can be able to come in.
What parties?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the minority and the majority blacks. You have to serve them. You have to serve them citations, and that's how they come to the court. No, I'm coming. That's how Moses. You are not just going together to go to the court. I mean, to the Supreme Court. No, you don't just get and just go there. You have to be called by the Supreme Court, by the leadership of the Supreme Court. Yeah.
The judicial works this way. You take your case to the judiciary. They put you on the calendar in Dhaka and notify you.
So do we know as to whether, so do we know as to whether, do we have the information as to whether, I mean, the minority black and majority black, and have been put on the calendar there at the Supreme Court? Do we have that information?
Hold on one second. Why we want to be so forgetful?
Talking about
Most, Akwe, we remember the other day there was a complete public hearings by both sides where their Antonins pleaded their case and the Supreme Court. They said, we want to get back. So what's our notification?
They said they were going to get back. Yeah, but
when they said they were going to get back,
they said they were going to get back. They said they were going to get back. So
that would be their final answer, not to call them, because they read the essence of that.
Did they give a time when they go? Did they give a time when they will be called back?
It doesn't matter.
Why are we on different paths? Why are we on a different path?
You have to be citations by the court.
James, just hold on 1 minute. James, just hold on 1 minute. James, hold on 1 minute, guys. Let me say this here. First of all, we're way out of time, Mr. CEO, and thank you. And I also want to say this here to this guy, Mr. Conan. Thank you very much for reminding us. Thanks. I'm sorry for your dad passing, but I know we did our best here for our older brothers and sisters to listen to us. We put fun into it, but we're very serious. And yeah, he is. I say when his dad was alive, he used to listen to us a lot, and we really appreciate that. And our sympathy goes to the family as well. Well, let me and this is Connor, Bama, this is what your dad used to like about the liberal. The liberal was not here for Kumba here. Moshe is my ally, Jim is my ally, Mr. So is not my ally, but I'm not here for Kumba here. And this is Connor, Bama, this is what your dad used to like about the liberal. Here comes Moses.
He didn't mention anything about you. Why you want to make up?
He said his father used to watch LPR. Because of a liberal.
Are you the LPR?
Mr. Shaw, please, let me enjoy myself. Mr. Shaw, let me enjoy myself. So here is the reason here. And let me be ridiculous, because ridiculousness is my middle name. Moses, you're going to come here. You're going to come on this platform and now trying to justify your ridiculous assertion that the president might have or maybe contacted the judiciary, and because they have not ruled yet, and therefore you're jumping out of the. And Moses, I'm on the floor. The liberal is on the floor. You're jumping out of the Empire State Building with no parachute. I can't help you with that because they have not ruled yet. Therefore, the president must have. This is ridiculous to the best. All I can say to that senator and to Moses, the president, that's rumors. We cannot operate on rumors. The only president that would do those kinds of stuff would be the liberal. Because I love rumors, but this rumor is not the way to go. This is the liberal. Mr. So, Mose, James, good night. Time has caught up with me, and I would say good night to both of all of you.
You see,
good night, liberal.
We are in trouble, but
we still love you, liberal. Still love you.
Yeah, this is what he wants to do, to bully people, and you think that he can overrun people and he will have his way. We are not going anywhere. We will be here. Burma, against our deepest sympathies, condolences. Burma never mentioned your name. Why are you trying to insert yourself into it after you, the FPR?
You're listening to my supporter. That one of my supporters.
You see? Because your own people getting stuck and tired on you. Your behavior. What do you get it tonight? The man that a good leftover still using him. Most go ahead. Because the guy, he just interrupted everything.
Well, Libra, I'm just trying to say that people respond based on their own sentiment and opinion. And I think what we were doing in this whole investigation, in this whole response thing, is just setting the record and say, like they said, if it happened and we put the subordinated conjunction, if that is true, then these are what we're thinking. If it's not true, then it's fine. You know, look at the other thing here. You got the head of the EPS talking about for defamatory and baseless accusations.
He's not going to get anywhere with that lawsuit.
Not been made towards him, and these are some of the things that we need to look at. On a
first of all, I'm not a security person, but if he were to go to court, you know what Nabwe going to tell him? You know, Nabwe people are going to require him to bring some of the most sensitive nature of their job, and he will say, "No, forget it. I don't want that."
These are things that are making the old man look bad. You see, these are some of the things that we're talking about.
We got old man.
The president,
the father of the land.
They're making the old man look bad. How can you?
I mean, that man is asking. The man is asking the question who answer he already has. Don't mind.
I go and say you're gonna take someone to court for defamatory remarks made in an interview. Are you serious? Are you serious? These are some of the things that keep coming up, and we're gonna have to react to it because it's an education piece for our people. We need to educate because this process is not supposed to take place. But again, it was published. It was published. So now the people who don't understand will say, oh yeah, the man got a right to do this, he got a right to do that. And so that's why we have the discourse on Liberian Public Radio to make sure to bring some at least, you know, to educate from our own experiences and our perspectives and our opinion on what we think is right, and we share that with people.
I mean, is that a C case where, I mean, Cabinet Janin is referring to Eugene Nambwe to withdraw it in 48 hours?
Yes, yes.
I don't know why Cabinet coming in the case. Who does he?
Maybe I mean, maybe Cabinet is saying that, I mean, it might embarrass Eugene. I mean, maybe he's seeing some truth.
There's no way Eugene gonna be embarrassed.
Probably, you know, who knows? And moreover, I mean, this is the democracy we want, you know.
You say maybe. So that insubordinated, maybe that's what so you're trying to preempt and saying that hypothetically that's what he's thinking. Maybe he's telling the man to withdraw his statement.
But I mean, we should not forget that Cabinet happens to also be a very trained lawyer.
Yeah,
Cabinet also was denied. Moses Cabinet was denied his due process and everything on CDC. Look, they can't go to court. They go to court. Eugene Nambwe will drag these people so much to the ground. They will not be able to stand it.
You know, the man got his private life. He got the right to say what he wants to say. At what point in time do you go and challenge him? What's the freedom?
No, but you see, I mean, under the system of democracy, yes, you know, free speech, but we are also held liable for whatever we say.
Brother.
Yeah,
if we're talking about
we should not leave that.
Okay, so we're talking about friendly words.
Fire. Do whatever we want to say, but we are held liable for whatever damage, of course, we send out
gentlemen, hold on 1 minute. Something funny just happened. Let me show you guys this here.
Okay.
Kabula is a gay lawyer. Look whose picture that is, folks. You know, sometimes when we do things, we don't even think right. You're gonna have the person who's been accused by all Liberians of this kind of behavior, and then you're gonna have a special and call Cabinet a gay lawyer. The irony in this is ironic, to be honest with you. Go ahead, Mr. So. Carry on your show.
You can't expect any worse than that, brother. Mr. Liberal.
So Fatu, have you answered Fatu's question? What should we eat
Yeah,
tonight?
Mr. So, are we going to be here all night or we time to go?
I think we're trying to go.
All right. I know it's after 10. We took most of the time.
You see now this thing is getting more serious, Mr. So. This guy is responding. Now, Mr. Gay, legal counselor, is Kamina Janet. But Mr. Doe is accusing
Okay. I think that EPS say
government. So who's supposed to pursue the case? Is that a personal thing? These are things that misinforming our people.
Okay, quickly here.
This is misinforming our people. And that's why we need to have these discourse to educate them. If you say anything derogatory against the government is the one that's supposed to go after you. Not personal people with their personal lawyers.
We're going to extend the time to 15 minutes. By 10:30, we're going to go.
Civil matter.
I just want us to kind of like dwell into what is happening in Lima. It's very consequential. It's very crucial. Unity Party already.
Some of them don't want to go to Lima. You still want to take us there.
Oh no, that's Lima is a point of political point of.
That's a melting now.
You're right.
Yeah, so hey Sarah, thank you so much. Sarah gave a contribution. Sarah, I guess you came in late, but I think when I said that he was one of the first person and sent $75. So out of courtesy, Sarah, this is a facility of LPR, and this is where your donation going to be going. It's important to let you know. The building you see there. That's it. That's what we're going to be moving. The painting outside now. We're working on the inside. These are other stuff that was shipped. I just thought of letting you know. But
yeah, Mr. So where is this building, if I may ask?
Oh, FDA road. It's right on the main road.
Okay.
Where is SDA? Where part of Monterey is SDA road?
It's FDA.
FDA after red light.
Oh,
this.
Going to our coconut, what's it, coconut?
Going now.
Oh. After you pass 15 gate?
No, you are not reach there.
You can't even reach there.
When you park coconut factory.
What soup this guy really ate tonight?
Okay,
well, you pass the market.
Before you get to the market, the new market job we are built?
Right, what kind of market? We're talking about Gobo
Get past coconut factory, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, Gobo market job we are built.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think Maulo said he was referring to I believe EPS gate. So okay, that's it. Yeah, but let's just talk the last few minutes we get here. The Unity Party role, the CDC role. Who is really playing a political card? Who is really been very strategic in this whole thing? Unity Party came out vividly, and their endorsement is public. They're supporting Koga. But CDC is taking a sort of been politically. I don't know whether it's a good winning strategy as to why they cannot come out to throw their weight behind a specific candidate, and they just say, well, they're doing it as the opposition, whoever wins. Who has been more calculative here?
And let me hit the ball rolling. And for me, I don't know, and I don't know where is that thinking really coming from the CDC and to three candidates, in a particular race when only one person is going to win. Only one candidate definitely is going to win. So what is the CDC telling us? Let's go in a particular district. Maybe let's start from Ganta for that matter. If where you also have some seditious. So what message is it that they are sending to those seditious there? Let's begin with Ganta City. Are you telling them that go ahead and vote for these three individuals? Because if you look at that list, you see Edith, you see Mark, and you see, and what are the other many? They are three there anyway, you know, a garrison, you know. So what message? Why are they, I mean, opening three fronts?
So let me just say
Why?
this again. Let me say this here, Moses.
I think somehow, I think they are afraid. Yeah, I think this is a scare tactics.
no,
But
no,
I mean,
James. I know.
from what I see, I see a terrible defeat definitely for the team.
I know CDC, and I know their tactics. CDC always like to put their foot in your mouth, and this is one of those situations. Now, you as a party, if you're not even going to endorse people, and you like all three of them, why don't you have a meeting with them and explain to them your position? That all of you that are in a race are members of CDC, and we all want you guys to win. You guys have a choice. We can do this to you to say we endorse all three of you, or we don't endorse. You guys tell us what you want to do. Now, what they have done here, they were hoping that by doing such thing, 2029, Madam either gone where people will not get vexed. The other two guys, people will not get vexed. But yes, what happening now? Either gone where and her people are really upset with CDC right now, and they have the majority. So what they thought they were trying to avoid is exactly what has happened to them. So this is a CDC that we always know. We know the people. They are very good at that. They are very good at that. And this time around, the Liberal cannot help them to take their foot out of their mouth this evening. And they have done that again. So I'm sorry, but this is who they are.
Now, let me ask a question, please. These three individuals, what party representation are they running under?
Affiliate with CDC.
The other man, the other man they call Mark, he's from the CMC.
Party?
Mike Bomley is from the CMC of
Usability.
Exactly. So that's a new party.
Yeah.
What about Edith Gonglo? She was CDC. Or not?
She got her own party too.
She got her own party.
Yeah, I think she said she did.
He initially supported
President Weah.
Weah. And I think that's where the disappointment comes in, because politics is all about giving back, because now there's a long-term implication. Even if she wins it, I think, and that's part of it, our Liberian politicians, they are unwilling to solidify their political grip. So why they couldn't even come together, and I don't know I don't know the rationale of that, their strategy.
Well, the thing about it is that that's why I wish Sese was here. And that's what I'm saying when I asked him the question the other night, when he talked about, what's her name, Ms. Gongro Ware. And if she's running on a different party, because I know she had identified with CDC immediately after the first round, and she was boasting in the pickup truck and said, yes, she's supporting Judge Weah in the last round, and X, Y, and Z. So then she endorsed and said, yes, she's a seditious. To find that, you see, the politics in Liberia, the politics these people play, is just confusing the people. That's what we need to keep educating our people. You can't be one day this person, then the next day you this person because it's convenient for you. And I think that's the politics here. For CDC to come up with that, looking at these three individuals, they're muddying the water for all three of them.
That's exactly what.
The water is muddying for all three of them. Because if CDC going to go to vote for any of those three, they might only vote for one. And like the Liberals said, they should have met and then come up with only one candidate of the three. And then we would
So Mose, are you saying their actions is a recipe for Coca to...
Yeah, for a defeat for them.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But that shows you the novice of these people who call themselves politicians. They're a bunch of novices.
Okay. All right. Oh, wow.
You know, and that's why Musa Berete goes to his own party. How far are going to go? He's been all over the place. Liberty Party, he was chairman for Liberty Party 1 minute. He was with CDC the next minute. He was, you know, that's why LPR is so great, because we say things like it is from our own opinion, even though, you know, we may argue sometimes, we may disagree with each other, but then we leave the people to satisfy what it is that they need to look at constructively. And it's terrible. It's terrible. You know, and people will be there defying money and giving rights again. That's all it boils down to. No, seriously. That's all it boils down to.
That's what happened. Politics from the country, and then that's why it result to.
I saw the United Party with the vice president and the other candidate today in Nimba.
Yeah.
You know?
The Liberal Secretary General Amos Stewart and United Party are you supporting Koga, Liberal?
No. But
Why?
I know Koga gonna win.
Why are you not supporting him?
Because, you know, from day one, I was on here predicting. The very first day I predicted.
You were the first to say it.
Yeah, I said Koga going to win. He's still going to win, but I don't support him. And here's the reason here. I said Koga was going to win because the role he played immediately after the announcement of Prince Johnson's death.
Yeah.
Now, to come back later and try to silence the ladies of Nima County to say they belong somewhere else. That does not boast well for Koga. Even if he becomes senator, that's gonna run after him for a very long time. That does not sit well with me as a liberal, somebody who have ladies with me, somebody who got girls, I got mother, and you're gonna tell me the with me according to our, you think you're bringing your society bush to Monrovia? You are coming to Monrovia in the central where Grangians and other people that don't have a poor society, they have senators in there. And you're telling me that with me, when the devil comes outside, you devil now? This is why Koga, he's going to win. I mean, he's going to win because the faction of the Prince Johnson group in Nima County, and let's be frank about it, this is all about faction politics, and that faction is huge, more than the Nima tribe. I mean, more than the Mana tribe. Yeah, so exactly. They're going to find it difficult to win. But if it wasn't for the popularity level, high level of popularity of the Gil people who are now seeing this position as belonging to the Gil belt, they will not give it up. The Gil people will not give up that senatorial position. They believe it belongs to them. And so from years to come, that senatorial position will stay in a Gil belt for a very long time to come. And so Koga is going to ride that sentiment, not because he has the ability to lead, or not because he can produce for Nima County, but because he's riding the sentiment of the Gil who believe that position belongs to them. And because of that, I think he's going to win.
And add a little bit to that. In the history of politics in Liberia, no Gil person has ascended to any higher position other than Prince Johnson. He was the first. That's what they call him, the Godfather. Everybody from Nima County came from the Mana tribe. From what I know since I was a little boy, with Fangalo and everybody else that got appointed by government officials, you know, and that's what it is. The other thing is that, Mr. Liberal, the crime people, you say don't go to pro society, so what they can be doing in Lofa County? Why they call them Dodi?
Okay, if I go in Lofa County?
The crime people go to Lofa County, they go to pro society. What are you talking about?
Crime people go to pro society? Yes. They go dig down. They go dig down. They fool you. They fool you. They don't dig down. They not there. They fool you. They digging down. You think
people went there.
You're good night. You're good night. You're trying, we are Tabata now. You're trying to drown the way. Okay, guys, let's wrap it up quickly before we go.
No, yeah, let me just say this here quick. No, go ahead, guy. I'll be the last guy. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me be the first, and Liberia is all we have, and let's continue to hit high and keeping the government feet to the fire. And when it comes to fighting and tackling the issue of corruption, and we want the government to do more on that. And and some of us who stand there for the current administration will say, we show, love and patriotism, not to the Unity Party, but to the country, love of country. Unlike our friends on the other side, who show love and loyalty to we. We press our government to say, hey, you need to do the right thing. And we saw President Buhari declaring his asset, leading by example. We saw the president, suspending, a cross-section officials who did not declare their asset. I wouldn't want to sit here to say, it was just a form of lip service. No. I think he was really sincere about it. Nowadays, on Facebook is flooded with photos of yellow machines and photos of moving equipment, better roads. You see people working on roads. It tells you definitely that this is exactly what Liberians want. When they went to decide the fate of the country for the next 6 years, they had so many things on mind.
Okay. Thank you so much.
We are came to power on the basis of what? As a result of years of accumulated leadership failure. Taylor did not do it. The people say frustrated with Ellie. But then when they saw we had, they said, oh yeah, this is one of our own. Amen. What did he do for the Liberian people? Living in the country for 49 days.
You say all the good things that you can't end up with that one there.
Living in the country for 49 days. So the people decided to put a knife on his leadership. And that's how Buhari came to power. Are we sitting here today to say that he's doing all the good things in the country? We still have some challenges in the country, but my people will see the Buhari Kun ticket, will see some level of honesty. And let me close by saying,
you say you close again?
Yeah. And finally, we live, in our community, and our community will soon be going to elections out here, and we have a number of individuals who will be contesting. I will not be contesting. I serve as former secretary general of the community, but what I see here, I see that Liberians in Waterloo, Iowa, poised to, selecting a female, to become the next president of leaders of the community. Whatever that choice is, we're going to respect it. For us, what we are interested in, credited.
Do me a favor.
You coming rock capping here, you pay off fast now.
Thank you so much. No, and that candidate will come here. That female candidate will come here. Deconti Color is going to come here. I want to believe that maybe others who be contesting elections can come on the platform, so that we can be able to squeeze in real high and ask some of the hard questions. Thank you so much, LPR. Good family, great dream, vision bearer. Have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
What are supposed to
tomorrow,
they're
closing you day after day. That for tomorrow closing too. So just remember that.
So that tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, for Reggie eating out to right?
On the correct. On the correct for tomorrow, I should have kept that air for eating so.
All together, you close to there.
Let's hear your more.
Oh, I don't know what to say after that, my people.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say this. I think our conversation today surrounding LPR was very, very on point, and people are beginning to respond. So we want to encourage them out there. And there are a lot of planning going on for some of us who are regular on the show, but the leadership is coming up with a whole lot of stuff, and we want to commend them for it. And we're going to, do everything in our week with to empower the leadership to make sure that this project is reach a successful mindset. Now, let me close with this. And I'm disturbed by the judicial system. When we talk about corruption the other day on the Liberal show, and this is where it starts again. Somebody in authority made an allegation and said that someone said they got a picture, and that say that's damaging and defaming the character and all that stuff like that. And then you have the former associate justice who will validate such in a way and saying that they're going through the court to sue this guy. Like it's something that affects our country. This is a civil matter. When you go to court, you got to show the damage that it cost you. If it has not cost you any damage, and you can't prove that damage, that case is thrown out in civil courts. There's nothing criminal about this, about making assumption about somebody. How the man got picture on top of his bed. Is that something that's supposed to make headlines for people in authority in the high office to go after? Come on, man. When you're in office, you need to have thick skin. That's what makes you a leader. And these are things that are just distraction from these people not doing their job appropriately. And I'll stop there. But I'll talk about it some more as this case pursues, because I'm going to follow it day in and day out. It's wrong. They abuse the judicial system. And then the judicial system allows it to happen. That's some of what we're talking about when we talk about the whole place being compromised and the corruption. There's no way. Me and Eugene Nambi are in bed together. I don't know Eugene Nambi. I never supported him because he got a big mouth. But this is wrong. And it actually made headlines. And it's from somebody who represents a high position in the executive mansion doing this kind of thing. It's a shame.
Okay. Thank you so much. Liberal?
Thank you, Mr. So. I'm going to take a different route right now. Then just bear with me. I will go through the vernaculars right now.
What?
I will speak Crown.
You're speaking Crown?
Yes. So, I'm young more point than we are more our Mosi. Okay, Nathaniel, okay. Go.
Interesting.
Now, Afonso, it's Mokia na in Yamonde, Yama Jane Cooking, and Jackie and Jamo Cooking. And one read good them on Poisson Dira, where Dira, Basson District. We are moved with the Basson District. They will have meeting. Without say, who say I support you. I said Sunday, I said December. When get Nantana go, okay. Come on, I say I take him by, I'm a poor jow. Basson District, who poor jow. And then I say, for Moscow. I'm going to support it. And then them one point, I know no read go anywhere. I'm going to support it. When boy you own, say boy, I'm going to support it. And you know again, blame family, Nantano blame family. And you again blame family. But when we I men no bobo. In ble 5 cents, 2 cents, then the end will law. Nathaniel, or 10 blake it. So, impomos go. Impomos go. Tampon I mouye, tampon I mouye. Nemonde, abanyos, anyos, or winny. Tama plan way. I nyamba. Having said that, I want to say, I want to close on this, that the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Boakai, is the leader, he's the rescue team manager, and the team that he has on the field, I don't agree with his strategy of how to play this game, but he's standing with number 9 jersey, and we will support him and make sure he scores. We're not here to come play a game with people and anything else. President Boakai, we're behind you. You will win. But good night, Mr. So.
Wow.
So the goalkeeper, what you do with the goalkeeper?
I want to thank you so much again, Mr. Connor.
The goalkeeper will get red card in 10 minutes during the 10 minutes for the game. The goalkeeper will get red card.
Thank you so much, and again, we want to honestly appeal to the other party, giving a second thought to also think about it, what we intend to do, what we want to do. We all in it, whether we agree or disagree. I think let's empower the media. Let's motivate the young folks. And another thing you can do, if you hear you have events in Liberia or any memorable event, let us know, no matter where it is. I mean, we can provide our services, and donation can come in. So the form, you can give me so many forms and shit. Conant, Baima, thank you so much for your good work gesture here. Of course, all of the great people. I know. Saturday, thank you. I mean, we didn't even start the process the other day, and you sent strictly $75. That was great. Thank you. We really appreciate that, John Maolo, and thank you for joining in, everybody. That's how we're going to leave it. The number is out. You can always reach out to us. And like I said, it's not just only the money. If you have any materials just applicable for the use of this network, we will highly appreciate that as well. Guys, have a pleasant event. We'll be back here by God's willing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. So.
All right. Okay. So that does it this evening. I'm Alfonso Zian Sort of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv.
Close to the FDA Development Authority office, and of course we are in the building. Here will be used for the newsroom. Here is where men will be putting pen to paper here. This will be used for the newsroom. And of course, we're taking around. These are shelves where we're going to have all of our new facts and TV programs, facts, and all of that. And so we move now to this place here. And of course, here this is where we will be using as conference room. Here is where will be guests. Here will be used as waiting room where our guests will be waiting when they come to appear on their program. They will be here to wait on their time. And of course, we'll take you around, we'll take you in the building to show to you exactly what is it. Here will be used for our modern studio. We will be using this place as a modern studio. So if you, wherever you are, you want to help us, you can help us, Liberia Public Radio, whatever you have, computer, air conditioner, whatever device or devices you want to help us with, you are welcome. We look forward in working with you. We appreciate you for whatever help you're going to give us to bring this dream to reality. And of course, remember this will be the studio of Liberia Public Radio. So we move in the next place, and of course we will directly show you what is ongoing here. So this place will be used for manager's office. This place will be used for manager office, and manager will be here. Manager office to discuss issues about Liberia Popular Radio. And so Liberia Popular Radio here, we have a lot of programs in Liberia. We have Inside Liberia today, we have Sport World, we have a lot of programs that we will also bring to you on Liberia Popular Radio. Be a follower, be somebody who is interested in one of our report, our information we give out. You are also welcome. You can also help us wherever you are, whatever you want to help us with. We appreciate you a lot, and of course we hope working with you for progress. Thank you so much, and we'll see if we can get out so you can see exactly what we're talking about Liberia Public Radio. And so we're on the air every time breaking to you happenings in Liberia. And so this is the little post. This is where we will come and say that discuss issues. You know, when intellectuals are together, then of course they discuss matter. And so we're taking the camera around the building so you can see exactly what it is. So this is a step. This is our New York office. Here you will be preaching here in Liberia Popular Radio. And so those of you watching will know exactly what it is here. So you are welcome here. We are located at FDA Junction. And of course you take the Dusty Road going to the FDA authority, and of course you will get us, and we are just 1 minute to the main road, and so you will get us some phone so we can do business together. So we'd like to say many thanks to you. We look forward in working with you as we open our new office, and of course we also solicit your sponsorship. We solicit your sponsorship in kinds, in cash, whatever you're able to help us with to make this building look the way it's supposed to be as an office. And of course, we'd like to say thank you. God's willing, we'll be back again. We look forward in working with you. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Alfonso Zane, sort of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. We want to thank you so much to our many viewers, listeners, and followers across the globe. We have said on this network consistently that we would love to ask you to help, but it must be a genuine and reasonable reason for which you should invest or give your dollar or cent. Well, we feel we have arrived at this point. We are pleased to announce to you this is our new facility, and we have done everything possible we can to get this roll out. In this venture, to make news fair, balanced, and proportional, join us. Your help is needed now for us to have a civil discourse and national conversation for the good of our country.
I just want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.